Hello, Indigimamas. It's Banketsani here of Indigemama Ancestral Healing to share with you 3 different techniques for working with your scar tissue. Now, I'm going to show you my beautiful post 2 baby mama belly, complete with a fake C-section scar here in green. Your C-section scar is about 2 finger breadths above your pubic bone. So here's my pubis right here, 2 finger breadths, and right there is the C-section scar. If you see any delicious pubes, you can know that I'm showing you this in the name of science. Okay. So technique number 1. You're going to grab your 2 fingers. One is going to be the anchor, okay? So you're going to get the anchor, put it on your scar right at the tip. This is your anchor. This is going to hold your scar in place. Right now we're working only with the superficial fascia layer. This is the most superficial layer. This is kind of like getting the skin on your hand to just move around. That's all we want to do, okay? That's all we want to do today, right now. Other than that, you're going to see a skilled womb massage practitioner. You're going to get your little pulling finger. So with this finger, you're going to push gently into your incision and grab it that way. Okay. Doop, doop, doop. That's the motion. So C-section scar, anchor, bam. Pulling, bam. And as I'm pulling with this hand is creating resistance, and what I'm getting is a gentle stretch and moving down one, pulling slightly. Now if you've never worked with your scar tissue, this is going to feel really weird. I have clients who say that they feel so much tension just with this little action, okay? So just keep doing it all the way down. One of my best childhood friends is calling me right now. Ignore the buzzing. Love you, Johnny. I'll call you later. And pulling down. And even in my skin, I don't have a scar, obviously, but I feel a stretch, which is awesome for your scar because I'm switching sides. I'm doing the same thing here. I'm repeating it on the opposite side, okay? Repeat. Repeat. Hope you all could see this. Tiptoe a little for you. Stretch. Repeat. Now what you want to do, what you're trying to do is stretch out the scar tissue so that you're letting go of adhesions, okay? So this is going to take you a bit longer. I'm going to go ahead and redo my scar. Give myself a C-section. Okay. Now, so that's technique number 1. Technique number 2, hello, is pulling not from the edges, but from top to bottom. So you're going to hold, and mind you, you're going to be laying down. This is just because I'm recording off of my computer. You're going to put one hand right on top, okay? Right on top of your incision, right there. See that? And then you're going to use your other hand, your inside of the hand, to just separate, okay? So putting my hand, let me start from this side so you get to see better, and pulling down gently. If you feel a lot of tension, you can ease up, or you can breathe a bit. As you can see, I'm not pulling the heck out of it. That's not the aim, that's not the goal. Okay, you don't want to rip your stuff up. You can cause internal bleeding that way. You don't want to do that. You want a gentle transition. Okay? This is on fast forward, mind you. Okay? Fast forward. And everything that you do forward, you're going to do backward. That's technique number 2. And technique number 3 is similar to an advanced womb massage technique that I teach, only this is applied directly to the scar incision. Okay, this is the last technique we're going to be practicing, and it's the ringing. So you're going to put your hand flat on your belly like this, okay? Flat on your belly, and pull this way, right? Pull this way. Again, you're not getting deep into your organs. You don't want to hurt yourself right now with this. Superficial fascia layers are usually pretty safe, generally. Of course, you want to talk to your doctor. You never know if you have any conditions where this is contraindicated. Okay, so you're pulling that. Once you're done with that, you're going to add that twisting with the second hand. So you're going to use the palm of your hand, mostly this part here where you see kind of green. Okay, you're going to use mostly this part to pull the opposite way. Let me pull this down more for you so you get to see my junk. All right, so pulling, holding down and pulling with one hand, and the opposite way. So in fast forward, I'm going raw, raw, and raw, raw, rah, 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 rah. Okay? That's fast forward. See, if I was like high tech, I could actually do that, but I'll just pretend since I'm not high tech. And even with my own skin, this feels pretty good. Okay, so pulling with this hand, opposite way. If you are feeling extreme pain, stop. Okay, you don't have to do this all crazy. Sometimes enough is just to put your hand and anchor it down, and then anchor this down the opposite way and have a teeny itty bitty pressure. Okay, you don't have to force your body to do anything. Your body is going to break down the adhesions and the scar tissue at its own pace. All right, be gentle with yourself. Again, pulling this way and that way and this way. Okay? So, there's a lot of other techniques. You could also see a womb massage practitioner. Again, you don't want to go to just anybody. Just because a person is certified doesn't mean they know what they're doing. It just means they pass a test, right? So you want to make sure that the person has experience with all types of adhesions, scar tissues, abdominal surgery, and you want to make sure that they've had a well-rounded background in manual therapy, getting in there, and not just the theory. Okay, it takes a lot of sensitive touch to know what's going on, to know where the adhesions have spread to, and what the scar tissue is actually doing in your body, and then what therapy you have to apply to kind of mobilize all of the organs and the ligaments, the supportive ligaments in your abdominal area. The other thing is that everybody should be practicing this after C-section. You want to start on month 4 if everything went smoothly and you have an okay from your doctor. Month 4 until you feel like your scar is just like a part of your regular skin. My tia had a C-section. She's only 6 years older than me, but she had awesome postpartum care. She had twins. She had a twin C-section and with staples. And I hope you don't mind me sharing. And so she got taken care of by my grandparents. You know, both of them practiced traditional herbalism. So my abuelito gave her a cleansing uterine tea that helps with healing. It's called prodigiosa, and he gave that to her twice a day, twice a day. And man, it's so good for the womb too. So it's such a good womb cleanse. I love it. And my abuelita was giving her atoles and caldos with a lot of the gelatinous stuff that helps the healing of the C-section. And I also worked on her 3 different times on her scar. And right now, it's almost like her abdominal area is clear. It's almost like she had no C-section. And if you look at the actual scar, it's as thin as a hairline, like a hair. Like if I took one piece of hair and put it on her womb, that's how thick her actual scar is. And the only reason you could find it is because you see the doop doop, the little staples. Back then they did the staples, so you see like a little circle, little kind of random circles on top and on bottom. But so full C-section recovery is completely possible. Just because you have a C-section doesn't mean you have to live with back pain, incontinence, bloating. You don't have to live with any of that just because you've had a C-section. And womb massage is one of the most important things that you can give to yourself postpartum. So again, this is Banket Sani. If you have any questions, comment below. I don't really get a chance to respond to social media like Facebook and stuff, so please be sure to comment either here on YouTube or email me through my website, hi@indigemama.com. Okay? Bye!